Hello everybody, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the new 4x4 on the market from KungFu called the CangFeng. So you can see it says KungFu Cube here and CangFeng there. This side of the box we've got a bunch of stuff I have no idea what it means. Same with this side of the box as well. Here is just I guess would be sort of like the front as well. And then here we've got, you know, like an exploding part of all the pieces so you can get a quick little glimpse of what it looks like, and of course the puzzle itself. So let's take this thing out of the box and open it up and see how it feels. Alright, so let's go on with first turns. It's actually really slimy. Hold on, I'm going to get the lube off the stickers here. Alright, so that's a little bit better now. Yeah, feels like the tensions are pretty tight right off the bat, but let's go ahead and turn this. Middle slices seem very smooth, a little bit sandpapery, but very, very smooth. Kind of reminds me of the Fangxi Shuangren when it first came out. These layers, I feel a little, yeah, it pretty much feels the same. It's very smooth. Actually, honestly, I'm already surprised. I thought this was going to be, you know, for a cube that cost $9.50 on the Cubicle.us, it actually is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Anyways, let's try an algorithm. Wow. Corner cutting. Wow. That's actually impressive. Honestly, I thought this was going to be a lot worse than it is. I will be totally honest with that. Doing double middle slices is okay. I'm not great at 4x4 guys, so bear with me. But yeah, my first impression of it is that it's actually a pretty good cube. A lot better than I thought. It even reverse corner cuts. And corner cut through here, through the center. Not so much through the center. I never really need to cut through the center though. Yeah, surprisingly good. So guys, this cube is 62.5 millimeters across, and it weighs 141.3 grams. It has the MoYu color scheme on it already, but the fitted stickers that you would get from the Cubicle if you wanted to, you would have to pick the 62 millimeter AoSu stickers. That's what's recommended. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and solve this for a couple of days. And in the meantime, why don't you enjoy these shots of the pictures, little comparison between the pieces and some other pieces from another popular 4x4, and in a solve or two. And then I'll come back and I will let you know what I actually think about this thing. So here's the centerpiece of the KungFu, and it's a very basic looking one. Now, a lot of older puzzles that use the same design, the centerpiece used to rotate and jam up your puzzle. But this one here, which is a MoYu, they fixed that problem by adding this little knob on top so it can't rotate in place. There's a couple little grooves on the bottom there they've added as well that helps things move along. This is an edge piece of the KungFu. It looks very Shengshao-y or V-cubey as well, and these always had a tendency to pop out because there's not a whole lot keeping them in place, whereas the MoYu here has added lots of valleys and ridges in order to prevent that from happening and create a little bit of a smoother movement for us. And then the corner piece here, I don't really have too much to say about it. Corner pieces never really pop out. They're basically designed around the edges, just like this one here you can see on the MoYu. It's got this little flare near the base of the stock, and that's just because the other pieces are like that too. And here's the KungFu half taken apart. You can kind of see the fifth layer working around. You can see the center alignment mechanism sitting on top of the piece there, and you can see a little bit more detail in the center alignment here. That was originally designed by XB27 of the X Cube, and now everybody's adopting it. Here's another shot I took that shows the hidden fifth layer, and in the final shot here we're just going to take a look at the puzzle as a whole. So the puzzle pieces on the KungFu are very old school, like Shengshao or V-cube, and I'm wondering if they're going to pop the same way Shengshao used to pop, or the V-cube can pop. So after I've done about 150 solves on this, my question has been answered. This puzzle does not pop on me, at least. Maybe I'm a little accurate with my 4x4, but I've tried to pop it too. It will not pop, and that's confusing to me because the Shengshao popped all the time. The centerpieces, they rotated and jammed up your puzzle quite often, and I wonder why this one doesn't really do it. The design is very, very the same, but it actually is very stable. It's very fast. I haven't had any kind of twisting of pieces. Lockups don't really happen. Once in a while they do if I'm not turning properly, like I'm trying to corner cut too much, then yeah, they'll lock up a little bit. The center slices, while I'm doing the centers of they do lock up sometimes, but after 150 solves, I've gotten used to the puzzle and it just doesn't happen anymore. So anyways, with that being said, I think my 4x4 work could definitely be better. These are 2 sub 1 minute solves, but I usually average anywhere from a minute to a minute and 5 seconds. I didn't get any parity in these solves either, so because of that, I want to show you guys how this puzzle turns while you're doing parity. So I've done a couple slow motion parity algorithms at the end here, so you can see that as well. But I think my fault with 4x4 is mostly I would have to say getting, because I use the Yao method, after I've done my first 2 centers, finding my first 3 edges, I'm just so bad at finding those and then like keeping track of which ones I've done. I don't know. My look ahead needs to be so much better on that. My solves could be way better on 4x4 if I really just concentrated on that part. The 3x3 stage of this puzzle is very, very pleasant. You'll see I can kind of just burn through it. As in, like, it turns well while I'm doing it. And here I screw up my OLL, so I have to do my OLL again. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at some slow motion parity. So this is the OLL parity in slow motion. And then we have the PLL parity in slow motion. Yes, I use my thumb and my left index finger like a total noob. You don't have to tell me, I know all about it already, but I get the job done and that's all that matters. So let's finish this video up. Alright guys, so it has been a couple of days and I've been solving with this thing non-stop. And I have to say that even though I don't think it's the smoothest 4x4 around, it definitely really fits my turning style, like the way it moves and everything. And for now, I'm going to make this my main cube until I try out maybe the other Kung Fu that I have. I think it's a little bit bigger. But yeah, I'm really, really impressed. I'm getting good times with this. Well, good times for me. Like I said, I'm not like a, like a world-class 4x4 solver by any means whatsoever, but it definitely works for me. It's very enjoyable. And for $9.50, you can't really go wrong. I think this cube is pretty good. I don't think that world-class speed solvers will use this puzzle, but I mean, for me, someone who averages around, a minute or a minute 5, something like that, it definitely really, really works. I also think it would be good for people just getting into 4x4 because it's not too fast. I mean, you go like this and it basically goes line to line, right? It's not like you're going to overshoot. It corner cuts enough, so I think it's an overall well-rounded cube. Anyways, that's the puzzle. If you want to get this, you can get it at the Cubicle. Links at the top of the description. It's only $9.50. That's a pretty good deal for a cube. And I think the other one I'm going to review is even less expensive than that. So wow, hopefully that one's good too. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on my next video.